limit some of those options, it's not that you're going to have a less happy customer, but you may just save some time there. So I think you have to have like a qualifier. There's a where's our layman's people? Are they in the? There you are. Okay. I was talking to Glenda a number of years ago. This just popped in. I grabbed onto this a long time ago. They have catalogs. They're a catalog company, and they have their catalogs available in the store. But are they free? How much are they?
$3 unless they're free up and purchase of $50.
Okay, you changed it a little bit on me. They say $3, but there was a time it was just simply a qualifier. It was like 25 cents or 50 cents, and it wasn't that the catalog cost 50 cents to make, because it was costing more. But it had to be a qualifier. So one, you don't have the customer comes in and grabs a stack of 80 of them and runs out the door, and you don't have that customer that grabs it and then as they're walking out the store immediately throws it in the garbage can. There's some value that's put to that. And so for us, changing that layout to the customer may not be a big deal, but to us it's time, and it does cost us money. And if you don't have some sort of qualifier, and that qualifier could be a true representation of how much time it takes for you to change a layout, and you're going to charge for that, or maybe it's just a qualifier. It just says, we're charging this, but it's just enough so that we get those people that really don't care to not change the layout, and those people that do care, they're willing to pay the extra few dollars for the premium. And those prices, it's your market. You know what's going to work in your store, but we will have a menu put together actually very shortly. We've been going back and forth on this for the last couple of weeks on the details, but I will post that on our website, and from there, if you want to change the prices to whatever works for your store, I think you can go for it. And also feedback to us, because maybe I'm missing something on there that keeps popping up. But we look at things like changing a font. Very simple to do, but you got to limit the choices, otherwise it takes a lot of time. Adding clip art or a logo. A logo takes work. Adding clip art, you would think it's simple. Doesn't clip art sound simple? Oh, just put a little clip art on there. But then, someone says, well, do you have any birthday cakes? Okay, birthday cakes. Let's see, I have a book, and that book is, 1,400 pages of clip art, Oh, let's start thumbing through this, see if we can find a birthday cake. It becomes time management. So I think there's got to be a balance between charging so that there's a qualifier. It says, I don't really care. For $5, I don't need clip art. Or for $5, yeah, I want some clip art. That's worth it to me. That's value added. So I don't mean to talk this to death, but it is important to it's important to constantly drill down on this so that you're getting the most turns out of your machine. You're not spending unnecessary time doing things, and it's important to get paid for those times when you are putting in that extra time and effort. Okay. It's your show, Mark. Sorry.
Take over anytime. But I think to the point too, I think the person that's operating the machine has a lot to do on guiding the customer in the right direction too. Instead of handing them a list of 20 fonts and saying what font would you like, maybe say, hey, this font's been really popular. 99% of the people are going to like what you suggest. Yeah. And are going to be thrilled with it because you're still making the change for them. You're still making them feel special, but they're not sitting there for 10 minutes trying to pick out what font it is. And it can make a big difference too. If it's the middle of January in my store and there's not 5 people in line and it's one of my best customers, I'm going to take a little extra time to make them feel special, to maybe change something that they want. But if you're at a fair where there's people lined up, you definitely want to keep it as simple as possible, like we were talking about. All right, any more questions or comments?
Different products are different sizes. Do you find certain fonts work better on one product where they don't work on another product?
All right, she's asking about how our product size varies a lot, and do certain fonts work better on some than others. I would say, from my experience, a really scripty font, you're not going to be able to read it real well on a small pen or a keychain or something like that. So that's something to keep in mind, where on a bigger plaque, perhaps, it's going to turn out better. But yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. In the back?
Can you give me an idea how you guys displayed the stuff up at the fairs or whatever? Like, what'd you do? Did you take like a picture of it and put it on a big poster or something? Or, I mean, how did you actually display it? Or did you just, like a little pocket, like would just, you think would be lost in, you know what I mean?
I think Joe has an answer for you.
Peter comes through and says this to me all the time, and so I just wanted to say it. But he always says, stack them high and watch them fly. So our displays generally are like a mountain of pocket knives, you know, and that's what we work on.
But it worked.
He slipped in the bag. Joe didn't know he's here. But that's the truth. Like over Christmas time, how many train whistles did we stack? 1,000 train whistles or something?
Yeah.
And
Put crates on top of crates of them.
yeah,
So y'all have 1,500 mad parents now?
we probably do, yes, but 1,500 really happy kids. So. All right, anything else? Go ahead.
One of the problems that we had at the show was children who would want to push a button or touch the machine or do something, and unfortunately, not just once, but more than once, a kid puts a dog tag on the lid and then lifted the lid, which means the dog tag slid under the tray. Now, I'm to tell you that we're very good at getting these out now, but is there any hope that maybe this laser machine will be developed with some kind of a crumb tray door or something?